Today marks the 13th anniversary of the day a school bus carrying dozens of kids plummeted off an I-565 overpass to the ground 30 feet below.
4 teenage girls lost their lives that day, and more than 30 other Lee High School students were hurt. I'm Naja Sherman.
And I'm Dan Schaefer. Way 31 Sydney Martin talked with one of the Huntsville first responders who helped kids on that bus the day of the crash.
In all of my years of being in EMS, there are certain calls that you'll never forget.
Kenneth Burke shared one of those calls is from November 20th, 2006, the day the Lee High School bus went off an overpass and landed in a fenced-in area right off Church Street in Huntsville.
Heard the call come out over the radio that a school bus had gone over the overpass.
Burke says he was sitting in his office when he got the call to help, and when he arrived, he saw just how bad it was.
The bus was there on the ground, and it was all mangled and torn up, and there were kids who were attempting to exit the bus at the rear and on the side.
He said all the students were afraid.
Every one of them, as would be expected, were terrified. And I actually entered the bus when I first got on scene.
He's still grateful more lives were not lost.
One would think that a bus falling nose first for 30 feet that. Yes, we would think there would be more fatalities. So, in the greater sense, I think we were fortunate that we didn't have more.
Burke told me he thinks of the wreck every time he passes through the area, and knows it still sits heavy on the hearts of many others.
This is something they're never going to forget, and this will be with them for the rest of their life.
In Huntsville, Sydney Martin, Way 31 News.
We talked with the father of Nicole Ford today. She was 19 and a senior at Lee High School at the time of the crash. She left behind a 4-year-old son. Her father shared with us he raised his grandchild, who is now a senior at Lee High School this year.
We also talked with the mother of Tanisha Hill. She told us the family gathered at her gravesite this evening to remember her. She said she buried her baby in the grave that she herself was supposed to be buried in one day.